Yeah, the tip is hitting the dirt. Yeah. So you know it's not going to last much longer.
I'll get it off.
He's a professional logger. He's the one that's been teaching me about a lot of forestry stuff, and that stump over there you cut off, I just covered it up right away. What he did was cleared out some more room so the saw could fit. Once he started the stump, he just rotated the bar this way into the cut with the top of the bar cutting into the stump, so he wasn't dragging all the dirt through it. That's the secret to keeping your chains as sharp, keeping the edge on as long as possible. You can see how much of the stump is cuffed. Now this is at ground level for sure. You could see how thick of a chunk that was. I just tossed a chunk off to the side, covered up, and done. And it's a lot safer doing it that way than trying to burn them out. If you need to get it done right away, dig around it, take your chainsaw, cut like just the way I described. I'm gonna do that with this one eventually. That one, because it's so close to the trees, you just cut them off. These here, much safer to try burning. Gonna let the rain wash it off. And I'm sure it's gonna rain a few times. And then at least this row here, take out, that's the main one, because these are much taller, probably take out that stump yet too. But those I could leave for now. And what he said is going to do it, there's a guy not too far from here, maybe 15-20 minutes, that could come in with a tandem axle, a log truck, and drop them off right in front of the sawmill exactly the way I want it. It's going to be only about 4-cord load, but it's going to be it's going to be top quality logs, not that stuff junk they said. And oh man, he had no kind words at all to say about the guy that screwed me on those logs. A few more things here pass on to you. It's telling me what you do for helping this land for pulping and all that stuff. Like this twin stemmed one, just let it go. Just trim up the dead branches and just let it grow, because then what happens is this, especially if they're equal stems, if one is real skinny like this, cut that sucker stem off. I think that's what he called it. Cut that sucker off. But cut it so you don't risk nicking this. And where you cut it, it's only going to dry down so far, okay? It's only going to dry up so far, and then the rest of this will still be alive after, maybe an inch or so, I think, the impression I got. So if I cut it here, an inch down, it's going to still be green, and it's not going to let the rot set in. So these twin stem trees, I'll just limb them up like I have in those other ones. Just let it grow. Just let it grow. Now, ones like this, just cut this one off here, let that one go. If, a tree's like that, if there's like a dominant stem, maybe hack off the other one and let it go. But this one, this tree is never going to do much, so maybe like just totally cut this one off. Cut it out. And when you have trees like this, they're like, it's like when I was planting, 2 trees might have dropped down the, dropped down the planter or whatever you call it. Keep the dominant stem and hack out the other one. Possibly, especially if one is small, is like looks scrawny like this one. Just hack that one out. That one I might leave alone, because then when it grows, that's an extra, by the time it gets to pulping in about another 4 or 5 years, you're looking at 3 extra sticks of wood that you wouldn't have had otherwise, or 2, if you cut them to 8-foot lengths for pulp. So yeah, pretty much just letting the trees grow. Now this one may or may not do, and may let that one go. But yeah, in certain sections, you're saying, yeah, if you're just when you're looking at doing the thinning, you're going to be taking out 1 row. Like every 4th row, you're just going to totally clear out to make trails. And every 4th row, and then you selective cut. Then say you want to take a look at, say if there's one particular row where it has a lot of these double ones, go through and wipe out that entire row of trees. And then you go in, 3 rows away, and take this tree out here. Then you do your selective cutting after you do your travel lanes. And that's all I have for this week. If it wasn't for Al, my subscribers by name of Al, he gave me a ride out here so I could, so you could show me a few things, and I figured I'd pass it along to you right away while I still remembered it. And that's it until next week. And that's all that's stuff. Those 2 stumps. It's going to make it a lot easier to get in here now. I just have to cut those 3 stumps off and try to burn those out. So we'll see how good luck I have on burning that one out. Might be in the next video, depending on the fire danger. If it's high, I am not going to be burning, depending on the fire danger. Even with permit, if it's high, I'm not going to risk it, because look how close the fuel is. So it depends on the wind, temperature, how much it's rained. We'll see. Till next time, be safe out in the woods and take care.